Closing out the week with Saints Chiefs, and if we know anything about this Chiefs team, it should be a close one. Yo, Dave Loughy here at Loughy_D over on the Twitter. And of course, hey, before we get started, if you guys ever want to join me over on Tails in the marketplace, in the premium Discord, use that promo code NFL24, get you 50% off your first week or month. It's less than $5 a week, less than $15 a month. You hate it, you say, all right, I'll see you later. No worse for wear. But man, we were spot on with Ramondre Stevenson yesterday. So close to the 10-1 100+ yard game. I mean, we hammered his rushing prop. We hammered Garrett Wilson ladder as well and got there on top of that. Courtland Sutton, not so much. But that's just a bit of what we do. Touchdown, round robin, parlays, having a lot of fun, grind out the profit till we hit the huge one like we did in week 2 with the massive round robin. I'd love to see you guys over there. Download the Odd Shopper app, get the alert straight to your phone, jump in the Discord, say what's up, link in the description and the pinned comment, NFL24 for 50% off your first week or month. All right, let's dive into it. Chiefs 5.5-point favorites here, 43.5-point total. You know, I was really bullish on the Saints earlier in the week when I did the picks for every game video, but that's why we do this video on Monday, because the additional injuries piling up to the Saints offensive line, they could present some serious issues tonight against this Chiefs pass rush, namely Chris Jones. Full disclosure, I bet the Saints on Tuesday before the injuries started piling up on the report when it came out midweek, but I'm not going to recommend the spread to you today. I think it would be probably the wrong thing to do with this. It's not that they can't cover. I mean, listen, the Chiefs in situations where they are big favorites with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid they have a terrible record against the spread. So if you're sitting on it on the 5.5 right now, which I am, I'm not cashing out for less than the ticket itself. I'm just not going to do it. But you know, if I'm leaning aside, it's going to be Saints because I won't bet Kansas City as a big favorite. We've seen how they perform in these situations. And when you look at earlier in the year, actually, they're 4-0, but, you know, they came a couple inches from Isaiah Likely tying that, you know, them tying that game, potentially ending it. They were going to go for 2, but the Chiefs wouldn't have covered anyway, regardless of that. In week 2, the Bengals, you know, took them down to the wire. The Falcons took them down to the final possession. And then last week, of course, against the Chargers, but the Chargers offense. And still, the Chiefs only managed 17 points in that game. The problem is, though, if you're like, all right, I'm going to go Chiefs here, you look at the offensive injuries and Rashee Rice, Isaiah Pacheco, Hollywood Brown, all of them are on the IR. If you compare this to last season where, yes, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but during the regular season, that offense really showed a lot of struggle, and Patrick Mahomes didn't look like his former self when he had guys like Tyreek Hill and a prime Travis Kelce. You think about this, they're probably worse off. At least they had a healthy Rashee Rice, a healthy Isaiah Pacheco. And Travis Kelce is clearly seeing some age-related decline in his 11th season. And as far as the Saints defense goes, because like I said, they still have weapons, no doubt. I actually have an overprop for a pass catcher that we're going to get to in a second. But as far as the offense, you know, there's offensive injuries. The defense, on the other hand, gets a little healthier. Demario Davis is back. That's great. Tyrann Mathieu is good to go. But they're without Willie Gay. They're without Pete Warner. They're without Nephi Sewell. That's not good. You know, he's on the IR. The linebacking is a problem. So if you like Travis Kelce, you get the 5.5 receptions over that at even money. I got it earlier in the week at plus money, so I'm not going to throw that out there. I do have something on Travis Kelce in a second. But again, the reason I just can't go to the Chiefs here is you see how they've played in games where they are big favorites. And they are a sizable favorite, 5.5 points here at home. This offense, once again, could sputter. So when you take all of that into consideration, look, win or lose in a spot like this, I do like the under 43.5. Banged up offensive line for the Saints. It appears that teams are starting to kind of figure out this offense that was dominant through the first couple of weeks. You know, this happens, right? You start to get more tape. You start to figure things out. They could slow down, and they have over the last couple of weeks. And then with the Chiefs, they have been completely reliant on a really good defense outside of week 1, and that was against Lamar Jackson looking for a revenge. The defense has been what has held them up and buoyed their production to get them off to a 4-0 start. So yeah, all in all, the under 43.5 in a primetime game looks like the spot to hit. Now, if you're getting a little wild, you want to go Saints money line, the best I saw out there is plus 205, but I'm going to go under 43.5. Now let's talk a prop and a touchdown. All right, so this prop, I looked at the odds. They all came up except one while I was doing this, and that's at Bet365. Now, if you're not on Bet365 yet, do yourself. I just collected $95 in bonus bets over the past 4 days. Got $70 in bonus bets on Thursday Night Football because they run that promo where you get $10 in bonus bets for every touchdown scored on a $50 same game parlay. And it only has to be even money odds at plus 100. Cumulative, you could put $10 down on 5 different same game parlays and you get a touchdown, $10 for every single touchdown scored. There were 7. I also got 25 in bonus bets for something similar yesterday on that site. That's 95 in bonus bets. Plus, when you sign up with the link in the description or the pinned comment, $200 in bonus bets for betting $5 on whatever you want. Even if you go into this spot and guess what? You bet you bet the first drive of the game. The moment that drive ends, you have $200 in bonus bets. All you got to do, sign up with the link in the description or the pinned comment, get it instantly verified, takes a couple of minutes, deposit 10, only bet 5 of that, and collect 200 in bonus bets the moment your first bet settles. Plus, the bonus bets I've been racking up over these Thursday night and primetime games have been massive. You just can't get it anywhere else. But you got to be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Juwan Johnson, because he's at 17, 18, or 19.5 everywhere else. Still 16.5, minus 110, standard juice over receiving yards on Bet365. Johnson ran 12 routes in week 1, 4 in week 2, 13 in week 3, and 27 in week 4. Look at Foster Moreau, 13, 10, 9, and 7 over those weeks. He's trending down every week. Johnson also outsnapped Foster Moreau for the first time last week all season, and Taysom Hill's out with a fractured rib. On top of this, the Chiefs have allowed more receiving yards to tight end than any other team. They coughed up 111 to Isaiah Likely, 91 to Mike Gesicki, and 59 to Kyle Pitts on a 50-yard reception to boot. Their secondary's strong, no doubt, but they've allowed the 6th fewest yards to receivers and the most to tight ends, which has really been the toughest spot to contain. I think you got to get Johnson more involved here, and this is a great spot to produce. Also, I'm sprinkling a little bit, plus 550 anytime touchdown, but only on FanDuel. The odds are way worse everywhere else. We'll throw one more touchdown in there, plus 145 on FanDuel, Travis Kelce. Look, without Rashee Rice, you just don't have bodies in the red zone as those targets. Maybe they get it to Kareem Hunt in the passing game or Samaje Perine, but you don't have anybody else, right? Look at the rest of this team. They don't have it. I don't love the 5.5 on Kelce because the odds have moved and the receiving yards are a little bit dicey. I'm not convinced he's going to come out and have a 35% target share, but I think in these situations inside the 20, Kelce's going to be the first read for Patrick Mahomes on a number of situations. Plus 145, much better than everywhere else. Let me get that one as well. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe before you go. And as always, you want to come hit me up and great community over there. We celebrate together, commiserate together, like with Cortland Sutton, but also celebrate the Garrett Wilson and Ramondre Stevenson spots. And we have a great time. The community continues to build over on Tails, NFL 24 for 50% off your first week or month. Otherwise, I'll see you back here for the next one. Peace.